Hi all, part two of global open discussions, a step back in time of our history and heritage. I'm actually now stood here. It's around about 7 o'clock and that PM UK time. I'm just looking at it now, and when you actually, it's 7:05 according to the clock on there, so I'm going to swing camera around and just check this out as we're looking into as masterpieces of architecture. So as you can see, it's a nice evening. It's that big, it's hard to get in, but you can see obviously it's stained glass windows here and that, and it's got like this main block here. This is like, it'd be west facing right now as we're looking at it, and you can see two towers up there, and there's like the bell ringing on a weekend, on a Sunday and things like that. Unfortunately I can't get into the grounds at the moment, but on part 3 we're going to get in and that, because we can have a look in and have a look at stained glass windows and things, because the picture says 1,000 words. I mean, look at it, it's enormous. I mean, it's hard to tell perspective, but when you actually study it, it's enormous. So I'm going to try and get in a bit closer. So obviously this is the west side. I believe, from what I found out, it's 11th to 12th century church and that. Priory church, Bridlington. It's just absolutely stunning. And you can see masonry. It's just, it's amazing. But look, like from this angle here, so obviously you can see, obviously there's 4 towers. I need to find out, there must be some symbolic thing to it, but it's absolutely, it's enormous. I mean, I say what, it's got to be knocking 100 feet and that, but you probably can't see it. See if I can zoom in. But up on this corner here, there's obviously loads of gargoyles and that, like it's like vampire bat things, or some, I don't know, some strange dragon type scary thing or something like that. But anyway, I'll just see if I can get. But you can see how far it goes. Now, obviously is the east end of the church. So I'm just going to take a walk this way. These are really probably old graves and that. There's lots of signs. Part 3, we're going to get in. There's a sundial on the wall up there. You don't actually realise how big this building is. I'm not right up to it. I mean, look at some of these things in here and that, you know. These must be really old. We're going to have a proper look in part 3. Because there's just too much to do all at once. I'm not sure what they are, but they're obviously at some stage, because we've been 11th and 12th century building, and there's like a balcony thing up there. I can't wait to get inside to have a look, but you can see there's other previous parts, like these arches here. This is even actually another arch under there, so there's been modifications to it and that, and there's various ones across here. So I'll go a little bit further down. It'd be nice to come out a bit earlier, but I'm a little bit busier today than I expected. Things come out of the blue. It's such a lovely place. Part 1, what I did yesterday, we were looking at the little chapel, which was a 1879 building and that. I mean, this is altar bit round here. I don't want to go too far. Although you can see the tower. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. Really got to, hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get inside, and then we can have a look at the construction inside, because everything's built with arches and that, and a lot of construction. It's nothing new. I mean, we still use these technologies today, but you know, Romans did it a lot. You know, there's lots of, like, there's buildings, Vaticans, chapels, or whatever they are, monasteries and things, and it's like how to do it. If you know anything about building, even without mortar, within precision and correct shape on angles, it's self-supporting, so it holds itself up, which gives it a massive amount of structural integrity. Which, you know, I mean, obviously this is like, if it's 11th century, then we're talking 1200 year old. This building stood. I mean, I can't stop looking at it. We've got to get it. I can see it a lot better than what you can from here, obviously, with camera limit, you know, its limits and things and that. But I can see it colours, because like I've got obviously sun to me right. That's setting it west. This is west end. That's east end. That's a bit alter. So I'm really interested to see what. I've never been in this church, you know. And then one last look at this, and then we're just going to move over, which we call. I was just talking to a nice chap then, and that he was just walking his dog. It's a lovely evening here in Bridlington, sunny Bridlington, but just down here. Originally, obviously, these roads wouldn't have been here before. Obviously, it's more modern time. It is open tomorrow. It's open fruit day apparently, so I'm going to go. That's first port of call, and then hopefully see if I can get inside the church or whatever day I can, and speak with people and things like that. And obviously, with this being a museum, which I'm just going to, that was what once was the gatehouse or whatever. So I assume, like, you know, the parade or whatever, you know, they come into chapel. A lot of history in it, but that apparently you can go in through day because they open gates, and then you can go in, and that's a museum. So that's worth checking out, because that's where we're going to find history out totally fully. I mean, as you can see, like, as I'm just getting around, a lot of this it's all modern. Obviously, this is you know, 1920s, I believe, something like that. And just a bit further down the road from where this courthouse, gatehouse thing or whatever it is, I'm really going to stick my head into researching it. I do like my architecture. I like working with stone. I've done a lot of stone work and things years ago, before I even actually moved to where I am now, because I'm not originally from Bridlington. I'm actually from Doncaster in South Yorkshire. And as a little kid, came to Bridlington every year in a school holidays with my grandparents, and we'd stay in a caravan or something like that, and have a couple of weeks up here. And I always said, you know something, if I could move anywhere, I'd move here. Well, after came out of army, me and Joe decided we'd move up here, start a family. So that's what we did. And to be honest with you, you always get problems and things happen in life and that, but I won't give up for $1 million. I absolutely love it. But yeah, one more look. I've got to do it. I'll part 3's more detail into what I mean. Just look at that. It's this corner. Well, it's only until you stand and you actually get really close up to it. I mean, look, just look at that. Just look at that. It's amazing. You would not believe how big these windows are. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. But yeah, I'm going to really have a look into it. Pictured as the Reverend, or you know, the priest who is, you know, his church and that. Gonna have a word with Emil now. Whatever. See what's in this museum, which is down over there. See as much as I can find out. I'm gonna be hard on Google tonight. See what I can find out. Because I went to stonemason, so what I might do is I might just do a little in-betweener before. So we'll call it a 2.5, part 2.5. So I went and had a little chat with lads at stonemasons and that today, and I got as much information out as I possibly could. But they're younger than me, so you know. But it was quite an interesting little chat. I've got a few names and this and that and leads. They tell me this is like 11th to 12th century, which I says to him, I says, well, you know, I'd have thought between it, you know, like 11th and 13th. We went, yeah, you're not far wrong on that. So something about the Saxton or something that used to run it on Priory where we were yesterday. There's a bit of history to do with him and that, and I think, because this is what I'm asking, them faces that are carved in stone and that, are these chaps or whoever they were, or there must be some of importance figures, because I asked him, is this possibly one Henry VIII? And he says, no, maybe not, but it might be, you know, some kind of, what would you call it, like a commemoration thing to remember, you know, like certain figures, like maybe bishops of Canterbury and other previous kings, because one looked a bit like King Richard, but the dates don't add up to it being 1879, you see. I'm just going to try and get a shot at this side, which would be, obviously I'm still on the west side of it. Bloody littered again, does me head in. It's horrible. This is still west side, but it, like, obviously that were bang on west what I've just finished filming then, and this north, like obviously that's west bit, and then this is north side. The other bit that I walk down, that bit south side, and east it back, but I can't get in because that's where the altar is. But I mean, if you look at it, it's a very, very nice piece of architecture. It's absolutely stunning, it's beautiful, it's mind-blowing. I like things like this. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. And on that number, eyes open, be safe, yeah? Because truth's out there. Global open discussions. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And smash that like button and get your answers in comments. You know I'm always interested. I like to know your opinions on things. Do you appreciate your histories? It doesn't matter what country or anything you're from. But be safe.